In New York City, more than 2,000 children a year are removed from their homes and placed into the foster care system, and tens of thousands of more families are pulled into abuse and neglect cases. Most of those families are low income, and although Black and brown New Yorkers are under half of the city's population, they make up over 80% of the child welfare investigations. And here in the Bronx, the borough with the most families impacted by child protection services, a group of parents are now trying to redefine what the child welfare system looks like, starting with themselves. RISE is a parent-led nonprofit located in the Bronx on East Tremont Avenue and led by parents impacted by the child welfare system. Funded through grants, donations, and community support, RISE has provided thousands of impacted parents with training, resources, and advocacy since its opening in 2005.
We good. Go ahead, you gotta set up.
Jeanette Vega is executive director of RISE. She knows New York's Administration for Child Services firsthand.
Well, in 2000, I had my own personal child welfare case with my oldest son, who's now 28. He was acting up and I hit him. And then the child welfare system came in and said that I was like a monster and cruel, and they took him for 3 whole years.
Jeanette was lost and didn't know what to do after losing her son.
17 when I had my son, and this all happened when I was 19. And I think it just disrupted my life. That's how parents used to come in.
Since Jeanette's ACS case, she's dedicated her work to helping parents in similar situations.
Black, brown, low-income families that really don't know no better, or don't know their rights, or don't know how to advocate for themselves. And that's kind of what our work at RISE is about, really. Like, how do we give people the information, give parents the knowledge that they're not alone, that this can happen to any of us at any time.
Like Jeanette, Teresa Marrero and Kenya Franklin also have their own child welfare experiences that now shape their roles and the programs offered at RISE. Teresa works as the Parent Advocate Program Director and Kenya as the Writing and Public Speaking Coordinator.
I was 7 months pregnant and ended up smoking. So I ended up smoking, and when I gave birth to my daughter, I gave birth to positive tox screen for marijuana. They gave me the opportunity to attend a drug treatment program instead of having my kids removed. I was the youngest one in there. I was the only one in there for marijuana. Everybody else in there was for crack, dope, all of the hard drugs and above, and I was the only one in there for marijuana.
Kenya has faced ACS twice, but the second time was the most serious. After leaving her 2 youngest children in the house alone, an ACS caseworker removed them, leaving nothing behind but a note on the door.
Left me a nice little note saying, "I got your kids," and she put "ha ha ha" on the note.
RISE facilitators say their programs fill knowledge gaps that traditional ACS training doesn't always cover.
People graduate and they go into social work and they're starting off fresh, right? A lot of times they're young, they don't have children, they're inexperienced. They only have their book smarts. They don't have the experience smarts, right? And so they're getting the training that they're getting is based off the book smarts, right? How often is that actually being updated, right?
RISE transforms parents in stages through its programs. Parents who are currently or were recently involved with ACS start in the Rise and Shine program, where they learn to navigate the system. From there, peer support groups help families stabilize and prevent unnecessary removals.
When asked about specific resources, parents most often mention housing assistance, which is rent, utilities, home base, shelters.
For parents ready to lead the change, RISE trains and certifies them as parent advocates, where they help other parents with cases, navigate the system, and reunite with their children quicker.
When you step in that room with ACS, when you step in that room as a resource for another parent, you're the professional. And because of your life's experiences, that's what makes us who we are. And I carry that proudly. So I would just encourage you all to carry that proudly as well.
RISE's mission is clear: to collectively empower parents to push for change in a system they believe has never truly supported them.
You can't be an advocate if you never got your kid removed. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you cannot. You can't come and be my parent advocate if you can't sit down and be like, "Oh, well, Paige, no." Like, how you gonna support me? Right. You don't know how I feel. Like, you never been through, your kid never been removed, you never had an investigation, nobody never knocked on your door at 5 o'clock and went around to see your kid's body. So how you gonna tell me how it feels? Or how you gonna support me?
In y'all's experience, how many people
involved with ACS were people of color? Is it a lot of people of color?
Yes.
Not a lot.
Everybody.
It's more brown and black families in
It's
the
a
system.
whole
Really?
lot.
And they don't understand
They don't
our
care.
parents?
It's
They
a
don't care because
whole
the more
lot.
kids in the system, the more money they get.
Echoing Kenya's point is Shakira Page, a peer program trainer at RISE who adds her own lived frustrations with how the system works.
If y'all can give the foster parents all this money, why not give it to the parents that are going through the struggles? And honestly, most cases through that are with ACS, it's because of poverty.
This statement is not a personal opinion, it's a fact. A 2018 Schuyler Center report shows that 1 in 5 New York children live in poverty. New York children of color experience poverty at substantially higher rates, with 29% of black children and 32% of Latino children living below the federal poverty line. In addition, children living in poverty face a greater risk of being misidentified as neglected because impoverished families are more likely to struggle to meet their children's basic needs.
No, everything is in the hood. We can't underestimate the hood. I know it was sunny.
Group exercises like this one also help members grow. In this activity, they were asked to design their dream neighborhood, and in every drawing, the same thing was missing.
All of these pictures, and no one had an agency in their bill.
Boom.
We don't want agency.
We don't have no agency in communities.
Our kids don't need to be taken away.
We got love over here, bro.
Vecinos son familia y nadie puede decir otra.
Another tool parents use to process their trauma is writing. At RISE, storytelling is central to the work.
I'm from the city that never sleeps, roots planted in the ground of the Brooklyn streets. Drinking 40s and rolling woods. My favorite phrase is, I wish it would. Trains and buses never on time. Talk about me all you want, but don't ever come for mine. Houses gray, projects brown. These streets are full of birds, rats, and clowns. Am I wrong?
Go ahead, keep going.
Black boys rapping on every block. Wear the wrong color and that thing will get cocked. Hearing sirens from police. Cops chasing just for you having some trees. I'm from the home of bacon, egg, and cheese. Gunshots become so normal you don't even freeze. Anything you want within arm's reach. Every obstacle leaves a lesson to teach. I'm from the block with loud hip-hop beats. The noise and the lights tend to bring me peace. I'm from Brooklyn with chaos up to my knees. But it's my city, I fit in with ease.
I think the writing component is important because you may not remember everything, right? So if I ask you, you may not remember, but if you write it, it comes back to you. And some people say it's therapeutic for them to write it on paper.
And their writing doesn't just stay in their notebooks. Their stories are published on the RISE website, where other parents facing similar struggles can read them and feel seen, understood, and less alone.
How do y'all feel about the good work that you guys are doing as a grassroots organization?
For me, amazing because we get to support families and give them the voice that needs to be heard. Because at this point, people don't have a voice, and we've been able to establish that.
To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you are the world. We may be just a small organization, but to the world, right? But to that one parent that came in and got that support and was able to get their kids back, we are the world.
For parents at RISE, healing happens together through shared stories and group training sessions. This grassroots organization in the Bronx is changing lives one day at a time. Reporting from New York, I'm Chelsea Aline.